everyone, my name is Patricia Silver. I'm your world's Ms. Tourism. I still can't believe it. I am in shock, still in shock and awe. It has been a week since the pageant, and I wanted to try to do this in one shot and keep it in a nutshell of what it was like to compete at World Tourism. So 1 year ago, I received my crown and sash and represented the great state of Texas as World Ms. Tourism, and it has been a journey, and I will share that in another video. But my best friend Devy and I left on Wednesday from Yorktown twice. There was a little bit of mix-up, but we finally got out of Yorktown and we're headed towards San Antonio to the airport when I received a phone call from the car rental company in Knoxville that they had canceled our reservation because they had double booked. Now, mind you, I have had this reservation since March. Debbie was upset. I was upset. I said, you know what? Things are going to work out. We get to the airport just in time to board the plane. Went from San Antonio to Charlotte, and from Charlotte to Knoxville. We grab our luggage in Knoxville. Debbie went to the same corporation that this rental company's from, but she went to the airport location and said, this is what happened. How are you going to make this right? So the lady behind the counter was very sweet. She said, well, you canceled it. She goes, no, we didn't. This is what happened. And she told the story. She goes, this other branch of the company, this location that I had the car rental with, has done this before. So she called corporate. Corporate said, you make this right. And they got us a car. So we were fine. Debbie and I arrived at our hotel, got in there, relaxed, went to dinner, and then I believe that was on Wednesday night, we went to Sevierville to eat at the Apple Barn, which we were there 2 years prior from when I moved from New Jersey to Texas. And then we went to bed, woke up the next morning, which was Thursday, and I had not been feeling well for days. I had some severe stomach issues because of the stress of trying to pack for the pageant, not forget anything. Then you add on top of the issue with the car company. So Debbie and I went and had breakfast, and then we went to the Dollar Tree to pick up a couple of things that I had forgotten, and there I met one of our pageant moms and pageant sisters. I met Leah and her daughter Holly, who was competing, and that was really nice. I had gotten to talk to Leah through Facebook a few times. She would call me periodically to check in on me if I needed anything, so it was really wonderful. She was a very sweet lady, and had great conversations. We probably talked about 20 minutes. Then we all went our separate ways. And then Debbie and I ran to a scrapbook store. So if you know me, I love crafting. And Debbie has a bit of addiction to paper. And she's also my enabler because we love to create cards. I love to scrapbook. So anytime we can find a place, we go. And then in that same complex, there was a nail salon, got my nails done. Debbie got hers done, just relaxed the rest of the night, and had dinner, and that was it. Friday was competition, the first phase, which was interview. So Debbie and I woke up early. She curled my hair, drove me to the hotel where the pageant was taking place. I had my hair and makeup done, changed into my interview outfit, went into the convention center where the pageant was taking place. They had a separate room for the interview, waited, went through a quick orientation, what we could expect, which was great. Then it was interview time, and we did what was called a round robin, which is there were 3 judges, and you spent a certain amount of time with each judge. Unfortunately, it was only a minute. I really was hoping for at least a minute and a half to get to know a little bit more and get to tell them about myself. So in those 3.5 minutes total between the judges and switching, I feel like I've got my point across. I told them quickly who I was, what my platform was. There were different questions that were asked by each judge, and I got my point across, and that was the most important thing. And basically said, listen, if you choose me as your World's Miss Tourism, this is what I can do, how I can promote, and again, answering all those different questions. It was over when Devy and I checked into the hotel where the pageant was, and then we had the rest of the afternoon off, and then had to get ready for the party that night. It was a little awards ceremony for special extra awards that there were that they had, and then a little dance afterwards. Went there. Devy and I, the contestants sat in separate areas. Contestants sat on one side and the audience sat on the other. And they were given special awards. And one of the awards that I received was the World's Miss Tourism United Nations, which was an award given for social media content and competing in challenges. So that was really a great feeling. I will again explain later about the social media platform, my platform, the social media content, and how it worked in my life through this pageant. And we had left because I had not been feeling well still, and I needed to eat. And I felt bad, but I would rather relax the rest of the night and feel better for the next day. Woke up at 6 a.m. Oh, I'm going to backtrack. Devy and I were finishing up my state costume that night. It was completely finished. We just had to put some lights in it, and it was done. Went to bed. Woke up the next morning. Devy rolled my hair in curlers, and then at 6 a.m. I was in the changing area and getting hair and makeup done. Once that was done, went back to the room. Devy, by that time, was up. We went to breakfast, ran back to the room, brushed my teeth, and put on my gown. And then I think we had to be there at 9:30, so about 10:15, our beauty walk started in our gowns. It would start with the younger division all the way up to the older division. And did my beauty walk. I didn't trip. That was the big thing. And then quickly ran back to the room for stateware. Now, stateware in different systems, you would walk around in something that represents your state. You're done. This system, World Tourism, you had to say a speech about an unknown fact about your state. Did you know that Texas has the world's largest bat population? So I dressed up as a bat. Gave my speech, gave it my all, made it fun. I started off with a knock-knock joke, and I got a really great response back. And that was great. Then went back to the room, changed into the pageant t-shirt and shorts, or capris, and we had to meet at 4 o'clock to have our crown and sashes. Return at 4 o'clock outside to get our pictures done with our crown and sash in a group shot. So that was fun. Got that done. And then we had the rest of the night free. I literally went back to the room and I slept for probably an hour. And then Devy and I went out to lunch that night, or dinner that night, at a 50s restaurant. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And then that night, you know, I went to bed and I reevaluated the 2 days, that Friday and Saturday, and I knew that I gave 1,000% of myself into the competition. And I took in every moment of the competition, every moment, even from the mess up of leaving Yorktown twice, to the car issue, to meeting all these wonderful women and children that were competing in the pageant, to meeting our director, Miss Terry. I'm sorry, I'm getting my thoughts together. This was just such an overwhelming and wonderful experience that I will treasure for the rest of my life. And I knew going to bed that night, no matter what I placed, no matter what I did, I knew I gave it my all, and I gave it 1,000%, and I did it, and I did the best that I've ever done. And so the next day, up again to get hair and makeup done. I just had my hair straightened and just kept makeup real simple, and went back to the hotel. We lined up. There were the women in my category, the Ms. category, were amazing women, kind and thoughtful. And I was the old lady of the group, 49, and being 49 years old. But I just can't say enough about these women. They were amazing. So we get back to the convention center, sit down. Everybody's sitting in their age groups, contestants on one side, the audience on the other, and everybody was getting award after award after award, and everybody clapped for everybody. And then when it came to the crowning moments, they had different special categories. There was a Latina lady who won the Miss Latina, World's Miss Tourism Latina. There was the Supreme titles, and then they had the international titles, which there was one in each age category, and Michelle in my category won, and I was like, we were ecstatic. And every time somebody placed, especially when the older women were competing, everybody was giving standing ovations. And as soon as they were crowned, we sat, and then it started over again. And every woman in my age division, my age in my division, walked away with a special award. It was just, again, amazing overall experience. And then came the crowning for World Tourism, which is the biggest, other than the Supreme, is one of the biggest titles. So we went up, and they called Kim as second runner-up. I'm sorry, yes, Kim is third runner-up. I'm sorry, Kim was third runner-up. Melissa was second runner-up, and then it was Michelle and I, and we were holding hands. And you would think like it was in one of the well-known competitions, like you're just holding hands. And I kept telling Michelle, "You have this." She goes, "No, you have this," and we're back and forth. And they said, "And first runner-up is," and they called Michelle. And I thought she deserved it. I thought she was the one that was going to win. And like I said, she did win an international title, and she was so kind and so generous. And I hugged her. I was like crying. I was hugging her. I was shocked as she hugged me. And I mean, and I heard people yelling for me. Devy and Leah were yelling for me. It was just, I'm still at loss for words. I was given a trophy, a stole, and my crown and my sash. I was crowned by the 2021 queen, and gracious lady also. And then I'm getting off stage and trying not to trip over my gown, and there's people helping me down. Someone took my suitcase. There's my friends Carrie and Amelia and Amy. And then I turn, and as I'm walking, I come down the stairs. There's the group of ladies that I competed. I don't want to say competed against, because I competed with them. And we hugged each other, and I felt so loved and welcome. And I have 4 brand new sisters that I didn't know that I would have in my pageant family. It was just such an experience, and I know this is a long vlog, but I wanted to remember every moment. And again, I took in every moment of this experience, and I will explain to you again what my pageant journey was. I'll share my prizes with you. I'll start showing those in vlogs later on in the next few weeks. My biggest regret with the pageant is that I did not get a picture with the pageant director, Miss Terry. She was busy, but I know she would have made a moment for me to take a photo, but I was so overwhelmed with everything that I went blank. I mean, those moments after the pageant and signing contracts and taking pictures, I know we were there for a while, but everything was just a blur. So, Miss Terry, please, we've got to take a picture together, even if we have, sometime soon, I hope. But I just want to take this moment to thank some people. My family and friends on the East Coast who would put in some supportive messages through Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for your love and support there. Thank you to my Yorktown family and friends here in my town of Yorktown. Thank you for your, again, love and support. Thank you, Leah, for checking in on me every so often to make sure that I had if I needed anything. Holly for cheering me on there too. Devy, I could not have done this trip without you. I would have been lost. So thank you for being my partner in crime, my sidekick. I feel like I'm Robin to your Batman in the car. But I couldn't have done this without you. And I'm so grateful God brought you into my life, at a time that I never knew that I needed a friend like that. And to my pageant family on the East Coast, you know who you are. Carrie, Amelia, Amy, and Melissa, thank you. Thank you for being so kind. I hope we get to see each other a lot sooner. And as Carrie said, not every 5 years. To the women in my category, thank you for your kindness and your thoughtfulness and your kind words that meant so much. And to the whole tourism system, to our 2021 queens, thank you for leaving such a legacy that we can continue to build on. And thank you, Miss Terry. Thank you for pushing me, even though I don't think you realized it, pushing me to become a better person. And just thank you for giving me this opportunity and this chance to be your world's Miss Tourism. And thank you for giving me great memories and putting this event together. And I look forward to working with my 2022 World Tourism Sister Queens. I hope we can all keep in touch. And that's it for this vlog today. And I will be sharing with you later on in another vlog, again, the prizes that I received, and then also my journey through World Miss Tourism, from World's Miss Texas Tourism to becoming World's Miss Tourism. Thank you, everyone. Bye.